there everyone, so kind of been busy and blue hair too, so yeah, you see? Yep. So I've been going through some books and stuff and I thought I'd show you some of them. I'm sitting on the floor and I moved the camera because the light was getting in the way, so I'm kind of off to the side. You can see my messy bookshelf. But anyway, what you can't see is the huge pile of books right here, which I'm going to show you some of them. This one, I got a bunch of books from like a bag sale. It was $1 a bag stuff, but this one I didn't. This one I actually got from the bookstore in town, but I'm really looking forward to reading it. Get it so you can see it. I haven't actually read any of it or looked at it all that much, but it felt good when I picked it up. So I'm looking forward to reading that. But I've got so many things I'm reading right now. I'm gonna kind of put it somewhere. I don't know where. Just kind of got them all piled up here. This one I'm looking forward to as well. Get it so you can see the title. So I really like mysteries. And so when I pick things up, I mainly look for mysteries. But I got tons of books here. Whole stacks of them. And all the ones that I want are not coming to my fingertips right now. That's okay. That's alright. Oh well. Here's one. Grave mistake. But right now what I am reading is I just recently finished the Daughters of the Moon series, so I'll be touching on that a little bit. This is going to be kind of a review on those. But right now I'm reading A Matter of Magic, and it's actually a two-part where it's the special edition paperback where both books are in it. So I didn't have to get both books because I just got the one. um, I read the first book and it was pretty good. I actually really liked it. When I picked it up, I knew I was going to like it. But I actually liked it, and I read a little bit into the second part of it, but I didn't get very far because Mom took it and she read through it and all of that, and so I haven't gotten to finishing it. It's in my stuff somewhere. And then I'm also going to be reading the Familiars. I gotta get to that. I've been meaning to read that for a while now, actually, and I got it from the library. The one that is still on my list to get is Practical Magic. I've seen the movie a ton of different times, and I actually really like the movie, but I finally decided that I wanted to read the book. And so I looked it up, and I am actually finding out that there's a lot of difference between the book and the movie, and I don't know if I'm going to like it or not, but I'm going to read it anyway and see how I feel after that. But apparently, this is just gossip, but apparently they're going to try and make a TV series again, and apparently there's somebody, I don't know who, don't remember names, just found it on Google somewhere, that they like in 2003 or something like that, or maybe it was 2001, they tried to make a Practical Magic series before and it didn't work out, so they canceled it. And I don't even think it got any episodes out or anything. I'd have to look it up again. But anyway, that's what I'm reading right now. And on other news, I'm also going to be getting the complete series of Charmed, and I actually got to go on eBay and see if I can find a good price for that. And that brings me back to Daughters of the Moon, because I was sorry, wobbly. I've got it on a milk crate right now. I was finished reading the Daughters of the Moon series, and I bring it up because I've actually said this before in some of my other videos, but Daughters of the Moon is actually a lot like Charmed in some of the things that happened. And Daughters of the Moon actually came out after Charmed. So if you're a Charmed fan and you've read The Daughters of the Moon, you can see it because of a lot of the things like that happened, like, and especially with the one, he's not, don't really want to call him an evil character, but I don't know what to call him, but his name is Stanton. He's one of the followers of the main evil guy. I don't talk with my hands. I just, it looks really weird on the screen, though. Sorry, my mom's playing with her new phone. Anyway, anyway, back to my subject. With Stanton, when he was like, he did the Cole thing in Charmed. Oops, did I? Okay, sorry, I hit the mouse. Um, he did the Cole thing where he was evil, and then he went to being human, and then he went back to being evil. With Cole, he was evil like a bunch of different times, and then he was good a bunch of different times, and then like near the, I don't remember what season, he became the Source. But Stanton in this series, he came close to that. He came the Prince of the Night, which is second in command to the evil character. So once the evil guy, if evil guy ever dies, then Stanton becomes the ruler, and that's what Stanton eventually goes to do near the end. But he wants to change things and make it a better place. So in that sense, he's not like Cole, but at the same time. But I was reading through the series, and I mean, it was fun. I was hard to put them down. I could read them in a day, each of them. There was 13 of them, and out of all of them, my favorites were 2, 3, 10, and 13. 2, 3, 10, and 13. The ones in between, my least favorite actually was number 5, and I've said that before too, because it actually does even though I like that it was the only book from the male character's perspective, whereas all the others are from the female character's perspectives. I still didn't like it because I was reading through it, and then he goes evil again in the end. I was really excited. I had started with book 1, and from book 1 I wanted him to be a good guy, because he was like one of my first evil characters that I was able to like, because usually I don't like evil characters, but I knew immediately in the first book I was going to like him. So when it got to book 5, I was really excited that he was going to be good again. And then from that point on, he's like this mixture of good and bad, and it was like really hard to handle. And also, there's only like one or two other books. I don't remember exactly. One or two other books that are actually in Serena's mind, so you don't actually get to know much more about Stanton, because Serena is the character that likes Stanton. So that I mean, it was a good series. I don't know that it's one that I would suggest all the time, because it wasn't one of my favorite series. But like Bride of Pandoric, my favorite book. I suggest that to people all the time. I really really like that book. Oh my goodness, excuse me. Talking, do that. But I lost my train of thought. I keep doing that, and my foot is falling asleep. Excuse me as I move. First it was Mom messing with her phone, and now I lose my train of thought. Anyway, so if you want to take the time to read the series, or if you already have, I hope I haven't given too much away of it. It was an okay series at the time when I picked it up. It was one of those that I found the first one at the Salvation Army, book 1. fact, it's up there. I can't reach it right now, but um, so and it started me into the series. I mean, I read book one and I had to read the rest of it. So I've read all 13. They're not real big. Wish I could reach it, but that's okay. It doesn't matter. Um, but to get into the writing style of it, she has one of those writing styles that I don't know. It's 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 enough to get you to where you're going, and I actually think she over describes at some points. Um, which is with my other book that I'm reading, the A Matter of Magic. I personally actually don't think she describes enough. She's leaving it to you for you to just decide what you want it to be, which is okay. I mean, but sometimes when you're following a story, it's actually better to have little details in there so that the reader can stay entertained. And not get lost throughout the story. But I mean, I still liked A Matter of Magic, and my mom actually had a better time reading it than I did. But I think I got used to it. Once I got used to it, I read right through it. But when I was first starting it, the first page and the second page, and it was really hard to read, and especially because she was using the old style street talks, when the lower class in the streets, that kind of talk, and automatically expecting you to know what they're saying, even though you don't really know what they're saying. But it gets better throughout the book because the character herself actually starts to learn how to speak, and throughout the series. And but writing styles are there's a lot of difference of opinion on writing styles. Mom talks about one writer that does whole pages of over detail, and being a writer myself, I realize that you get some points where you're over detailing and other points that need more detail, and I'm having that problem right now because and personality too with characters. I'm having a hard time. I've got one character that I need to reform her personality because I mean, out of all my characters, she's one of the characters that I based more off of myself than any of my other ones. And because of that, what ended up happening is I already know what my personality is, so I didn't actually write any of it down throughout. So now I have to go retrack and I have to add personality throughout the entire thing for this particular character because I hadn't done it before. But anyway, I was on writing styles, and I know a lot of different people have different styles of writing, and a lot of people have different ways for reading. Some people don't need a ton of description, yet other people need lots of description. Like some people can't find Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice hard to read, but I don't. But of course I grew up with the movie, the A&E movie with Colin Firth in it. And that's really close to the book actually. If you're actually having a hard time with the reading the Jane Austen Pride and Prejudice book, actually rent or buy the A&E movie, and what's in the movie is basically the book. Actually, there's more detail in the movie than there is in the book because Jane Austen never really was big on detail. She just kind of went through her story, and I actually am having more trouble reading Emma than anything. I say that and I'm going to get her to come over here. Emma! Maybe she's not down here. Anyway, so yeah, I didn't get very far with Emma, even though I watched that movie too, but I didn't get very far because it was too gossipy. It was too Mrs. Bates to reference the character that is actually in the book. It was just too much, and I haven't gotten to finishing it. I really need to do that. But I've already got like 6 books that I'm reading right now. Excuse me again. Anyway, um, yeah, I got a lot of books that I'm reading, and I'm sitting on a pile of books over here. I didn't show you half of these, but I found a lot of cool ones. I found one. I thought that was cool. I picked that up, and it's like new. It really is. I got this out of the dollar bag sale, and it's got pictures in it, and it's nice. The pages aren't messed up, so I was really happy about that one. And Paul and I were joking while we were picking out books, so I got one about it. The joke was about time because he was telling me I was taking a lot of time going through all the books, so I picked out a time book. And then I think I think this is actually an American Girl. Yep, it is. It actually says so right there. It's you can't see. I want to go one way and the camera wants to go another way. It is an American Girl. And I got a tickle in my throat now. But this one's cool too. I picked this up, and I have to actually look her up and read through this because I actually I'm not sure what it's about, but it felt right when I picked it up. And it's also it's a history too. So, and it's got like all these nice pictures in it, and I like pictures. And then I picked up another Scarlet. We own it already, but now we got two of them. But I picked it up because it was there, so we got another Scarlet. I actually haven't read this yet, so maybe it's good that I have a copy. Maybe I'll get to reading it. But I found a ton. Oh, writing book. Was excited about that. No matter what, I'm always picking up writing books. My writing books are actually you might be able to see them in the carton right there above my head. The blue in the background. That's where I keep my writing books. Yep. So a lot of my books are there. I have a new shelf in my bedroom, and you can actually, if I adjust the screen a little, you can see pictures. I got Lizzie behind my head. Here, I'll move them. Lizzie behind me, my head. It's not the best picture of Lizzie. I'm thinking of changing it, but I got the frame at the Salvation Army. I got a frame that doesn't have anything in it right now. And then I've got Holly here. This is the glare that you were seeing in the background. Excuse me, I got a tickle in my throat. So anyway, those are my pictures, and my bookshelf here is actually a really big mess right now. Because I don't have enough room for all of it, so it's like packed like really weird, like just show you real quick. It's like all going up and you can't even really see it. I'm using my laptop right now, so sorry about that. Plug it back in. So that was just, a little update and a little rambling, and see my blue hair. I actually, we did the dye first last Sunday, but it was our first run and it didn't work out very well. So, I redid it yesterday, and now it's really blue. Really blue. But the first time, I dyed it, I was washing my hair, like washing it. Because the blue kept wanting to come out. But this time, I washed it, I rinsed it, the blue part, and then I washed it, and then I washed the rest of the hair, and that's where I left it. I didn't, but once it ran clear after that last wash, I was done. But it was really cool because I actually have I have red my mom was gonna do her hair red, not giant red like I have this blue, but it was like a natural red. So we had a little left over from mom's, so we put streaks in mine. And when I was washing it for my blue, you could actually see the red and the blue together, and it was really really cool. Oh, I am so sorry. I guess I don't talk this much. I need to talk more. But anyway, so I'm gonna stop rambling. I see the recorder has gone all the way to 20 minutes already. I've been talking for 20 minutes. So anyway, um, see you all.